today. From Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Carolina Panthers taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's the Panthers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And yes, out come the flags.
Face mask, defense.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot. See.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
A free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And able to get this out to the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there and looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Eluding the pressure right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. Rohrwasser on for the PAT. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Take it in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Well, this crowd does not like that call. Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table? Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center. And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done. To throw on second down, Byrne. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down. From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion. 4th down. Bird. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be a 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Hines. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well. But when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him. And some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. On 1st down, Tannehill. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And now out come the Jags. They're at the halfway point of the season, Charles, 8-0. What a great start. Clearly a Super Bowl contender, if not the outright favorite, through 2 months to win the whole thing.
Well, there aren't too many bad things you can say right now.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
To me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's Hines on the toss play. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers defense, they make their way back out there now. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the emotion now that the defensive team is generating for the entire team? Creating the turnovers, what they call takeaways, and turning those into points for their team. That's why they have the lead, and that's got to be exciting for those guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 57 yards on the ground for him so far.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Off the play fake. Bird. Touchdown! That's caught. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. On second down, right back to Hines. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in? Or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Bird steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here? And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Javonte Williams. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars are back within a score. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is down to 4. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. He hasn't had his usual star-studded performance so far, but still the second quarter, and they're still up on the scoreboard.
And sometimes even as a decoy, you can have a big impact on the game, and that's what we've seen thus far. They're still able to get it done. They found other ways. They haven't had to utilize him as a top priority just yet, but you know he's waiting and available.
Yeah, now the question is, how will they utilize him here? Looking to throw again on second down. Tannehill. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing, because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 14. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Remaining in this first half of football. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So it's first and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run it with Williams. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Javonte Williams. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown one interception. He wants to balance that off with at least one touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on first. From the 45 on second down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Over the middle, complete. That's Hines. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
And the Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
On first down, Bird. That is caught. It's Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off-play action. Bird. Space to run past the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Final shot before break. Bird. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there as time expires in the first half.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss. 8 straight wins for them. And they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. Now a play fake here on first down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
48 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They run. It's Williams. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Williams will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. And now off to the races down the right side. 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Naeem Hines, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here.
This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
throwing on first down. Byrne completes it to Fant on the right side. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Williams is going to have the first down and a little more. And finally brought down at the 38. 72 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, they were going for the big strike right there, but this just terrific coverage by the defense in the end zone.
And what helps being a safety in this spot is the back line of the end zone. Defensive back coaches always preach. That's an extra defender because you know that they can only run so far. They can't run past you out of the back of the end zone. Then you know you can't be beat over the top and gives you a chance to go make a play.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Carl Lawson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world.
And he's going to go down again. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Escaping the pressure right. And he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And now hold everything. Here's the chance.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be...
Spotted inside the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This time it's 3rd and 3. Here's Tannehill. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
88 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game. Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Butker on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Taken at about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Tannehill. Slant to Adams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's to Hines on the drop-off. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Tannehill. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So they lost yardage and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again. Bird. And this is caught. It's Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another milestone falling on that last throw in what has been an MVP-type season so far, as he has now gone over 4,000 yards passing already on the year.
And it's been a whole lot of fun to watch as he's put together this type of a season. And to me, you have to...
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
Hey, we going to do what we do.
So that'll change things a bit. 15 yards added on. Going to put him on the other side of midfield.
And add on a shake of the head defensively because he got caught where his hand wasn't supposed to be, and that cost him 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Bird. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Bird. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Forced out to his left. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. It's his 10th rushing touchdown on the campaign, number 11 overall. And the Jaguars are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 24. That time, a 9-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Jags grab it. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good job, good job.
This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the fourth.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal. As some good running there gets them down to about the 2-yard line, knocking on the door. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do it.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Tannehill's throw pulled in by Aguilar. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Push him back. Push him back.
One last throw here for Tannehill.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Diggs Ward. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Here we go. Here we go.
Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put